Hello, you guys. Welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis, and I've been a tarot reader for 5 years. Before we get started, I do want to give a special shout out to our trusted sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is the oldest and most trusted psychic service in the industry, and they have been around for over 35 years. Now, you know I love diving into tarot and astrology with you, but sometimes it pays off to go a little bit deeper, and that is where Psychic Source comes in. Their community is full of vetted, gifted advisors, where only about 2% that apply actually get in, and you can connect in any way that you feel is most comfortable, whether it's a phone call, video chat, or text. I actually tried a session myself, and it was pretty eerie on how much they picked up on, considering that they were validating things I had already been picking up on my own readings, and I was able to move forward with a little bit more clarity, and I love that. The best part, through my link, you can get up to 40 minutes for $19.80. That is a $240 value. You don't have to use all your minutes at once, and you can even try multiple advisors until you find the right one for you. And since you're watching on YouTube, you can scan the QR code to start your session instantly. Thank you so much to Psychic Source for sponsoring and supporting this channel. And if you've been looking for a sign to gain personal clarity, this is it. All right, Aries, you are up. Let's see what you need to know right now. Show me Aries. The Hermit. You guys are going to take a little bit of a hiatus, and I think it's because you need to. A lot of you guys have been putting a little bit too much stock into what a specific person or what a group of people think. And now you want to be alone. You may have dedicated a lot of your time to what other people want, what other people need. And now you're at this point where you kind of just need to do your own thing. And you're going to find yourself doing that, like, soon. Yeah, the Eight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. You're not really sure about who you've been or how you've been showing up. You may kind of feel like who you have been, you need to walk away from or disconnect yourself from. You're rebuilding who you are at a fundamental level, like who you are, what makes you you, your values, your morals, your worth, who you want to be known out in the world, who you really are when no one's looking, Hermit. And now you're going to build something that's worth something, not that you haven't before. And I think that you really don't know what that's going to look like. There's that Six of Wands. So, like, how people see you versus, well, how do I see me? What do I want? And you're building towards that. But it's starting with your character. Yeah, the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to have a choice to make specifically around your money, career, finances, even potentially with your physical body. But because this is showing up, this Page of Pentacles is showing up, and then it's following suit with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so let's say you made the business, you came up with the idea, you started writing the book. Maybe you finish the book, and then somebody's like, okay, you can either self-publish, or I think your book is so good that I will publish it, you know, or whatever it is. So there's a chance to progress with what you've already started building. And you're going to start building this pretty soon if you haven't already. But it's going to require that you walk away from an old identity or an old narrative that's wrapped around the effort that you put in or what you've built thus far. And whether or not you want to continue to build that or you want to do something different. And a lot of this has to do with, yes, maybe your self-worth and self-value, sure, but it has a lot to do with what you're building on an external level. So you're going to be asked to come out of your comfort zone. And, like, please make no mistake that this is not something that's going to happen overnight, but you're doing it now. With that Knight of Wands reversed, I would be cautious, because you may start to feel like things are going too slow. Maybe things are going too slow. Maybe it's taking too much time. It's supposed to take time. Whatever this is, it's supposed to take time. And it's some kind of bigger goal, bigger dream, bigger aspiration. But you're having to dot your I's, cross your T's kind of thing. And so if you start to stumble, or you start to be like, oh God, you know, this is taking too long, or whatever, you're going to kind of screw yourself a little bit. And your advice is the Seven of Swords, the World reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is about strategy. You're supposed to have a strategy and a very specific direction. It's making me think of like the fixed signs and how they go about getting something, like Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. They'll have their eye on the ball with something, and they rarely will stop until they get there, regardless of how long it takes them, especially Taurus, but all of the fixed signs. So this is asking you to finish what you start to completion all the way, because there's something about your money here, and that's going to set you up for some kind of financial success. So I think that you're going to have some small wins right now coming up. You're going to have some small wins, but if you really put in the work towards something, you take your time towards your bigger goals or bigger aspirations, you will see the fruit of that. Again, it's going to take a while. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Thanks a lot and take care. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Okay, Taurus, you're up. Let's see what you need to know right now. My goodness, too many. Show me Taurus. Too many. The Two of Pentacles. I mean, the undercurrent feels slightly chaotic. You have a lot of responsibilities, or a lot of bills to pay, a lot of mouths to feed maybe, or just, again, a lot of priorities. And on the surface, it looks like you're handling things okay. You're going about your business. You're doing what it is that you're supposed to do. You're managing your finances. The Queen of Cups, managing your emotions as well. For some of you, you're about to fall in love, or you're going to fall deeper in love with somebody that you already care about. And if it has nothing to do with love, I think that the reason why you're able to handle everything that you're handling in the way that you're doing it is because you've done a lot of emotional work on yourself, and that's starting to show up here in the near future. So you're a lot more grounded, I think. It's almost like you're being your own emotional container. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say the masculine is the container for the feminine? It's like you're being your own container, I feel. We do have the Chariot reversed. Tell me about that Chariot reversed. This feels like the background of something. It's interesting because I think that you kind of feel like you're failing in an area of your life, especially maybe in regards to your reputation or some kind of public success. You feel like you're failing, but it's like you're not even really looking at it. See how that Queen of Cups is facing away from that Chariot reversed? And she's more so focused on that Two of Pentacles. Again, you keep chucking along. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You may feel like there's also somebody here who's kind of gaslighting you. about finances or money. It almost feels like you guys need some quiet time. I was just going to say, and look at that. 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Why is that 10 of Swords there? It's almost like something is forcing you to go take a rest. Last shuffle. The 7 of Cups. Something that it was an illusion is kind of shattered. And also the way that you've been maybe deliberating about a specific relationship in your life, or the way that you're making money, or whatever it may be, it's almost like, and I know this sounds really harsh, okay, but it almost feels like something is being forced upon you. It's like, what's the best way I can explain this? Let's say that you've been going out and you've been dating a lot, okay? You've been dating like crazy. You're like, oh God, it'd be really nice to find a partner, you know, and maybe you're very, your emotional vibration is very high, you know, with that 2 of Pentacles and that Queen of Cups. Yeah, maybe you feel like your career is failing, or maybe you feel like you've been trying to force success in some kind of way, but like you're minding your P's and Q's. You're again putting one foot in front of the other. But let's say that you've been dating so much, and then like pretty much all of the people that you've been dating just stop talking to you. Okay. This is like the universe or spirit saying, why don't you go and take a chill pill? Why don't you go take a rest? Why don't you go relax? Because it may be like you're doing too much, and the universe is forcing you to sit the fuck back and lay down. Okay, honestly. Give me one more, please. The Queen of Wands. Ten of Wands reversed. If this Queen of Wands is another person, there's somebody here who's helping you lift the weight. Okay, so they're helping you with things around the house. They're helping you overcome something. They're helping you with the dishes. They're helping you with like certain tasks that you don't necessarily have the energy for, is kind of what I'm getting with this. You may have some people that are intimidated by you or are trying to like ruin your reputation or something like that. I think that you'll be fine. It just feels like, God, I just need like a break, or I just need to get away, or something like that. I need to go on a retreat. Let's get some advice. We have Labyrinth. So situations that are often difficult to understand, understand or solve complex, and where finding a way out is challenging. And then you also have Ladder. One must move forward, but sometimes stepping back is also part of the journey. So I was kind of explaining that to you already, you know? So like, don't look at something as a setback. Try to look at it like this is the setback to the step up. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thanks a lot and take care. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hey, Gemini, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what you need to know right now. Show me Gemini. The 9 of Wands reverse. A lot of you are potentially a little exhausted. Let's see. The 10 of Cups. You guys are leaning on either a relationship or family members, especially because it looks like you need some kind of rest. The Hierophant reverse. There may be a relationship in your life that has taken a bit of a toll on you. Although I do think that you have people that you can rely on, that Hierophant reverse makes me feel like something doesn't really align with your morals or your values or your belief systems. And this can be a point where you decide to do something different or make some kind of change that maybe even you weren't expecting. Tell me about that Hierophant reversed. The Ace of Swords. You're starting to get very, very clear on what you want in relationships. And even if this is familial relationships, even if this is romantic or platonic, you're starting to realize what that looks like for you. And for some of you, you may be giving into the emotions of something or someone, but when it comes to the actual structure and the foundation that's laid out, these are things that you are needing to get really clear on or talk about, because it seems like while there's love in a situation, or while there's romance or whatever it may be, some kind of emotional support, as far as the foundation goes, there's not really a big leg to, like, a strong legs, I guess you could say, to stand on. The Two of Swords. The Fool, the Three of Wands, and the Tower reversed. Hmm. Someone is trying to avoid something with you. What are they trying to avoid? The Sun, clarity. Potentially what they might view as your ego, because the two is, so you think about the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is when we really need to make a decision, but there's a refusal to do so because we're avoiding a bigger truth, or we're avoiding taking the lead, we're even avoiding our own happiness subconsciously. But with that Fool there, it seems like almost somebody's kind of doing their own thing. I'm getting like a very individualistic energy. The Fool and the Three of Wands is very exploratory. It's like, I want to go out and live my life, see the world, see what's coming for me. The Tower reverse, the Lovers reverse. It feels like some kind of disconnect. It feels a little ghosty. It feels like somebody's trying to ghost you, or like if this is a child or something like that, like a child maybe trying to do their own thing and trying to avoid your authority or something to that effect. So you see what I mean about, you're tired, and although you care about somebody and you love them and you know that they love you, there's not a very strong foundation. Well, what can a foundation be? It can be respect. It can be something as simple as that. If feelings were all it took to hold a relationship together, a lot more people would still be together. A lot more people would still be friends. Or, you see what I'm saying? What's this person's intention with Gemini? The Star. So they do want more. They do have hope. They want to take accountability with something. But at the same time, it's like they're trying to make peace. But I also feel like peace to them looks like avoiding the bigger picture of something. And something really needs to change. And I think that they know that. And they could be attempting to avoid a shit show between the two of you by being like, okay, let's do the thing that you want. Let me take accountability for my part in this, or whatever the case may be. We have angel, a pure, well-intentioned person, divine protection and messages. Wow. And then we have bridge, a transition to a new situation, environment, or event, supporting movement and progress. So then maybe this is the person, you know, and maybe this isn't the 10 of cups person, but there's somebody here who's maybe trying to help you find some kind of clarity and peace through letting go of the past and being able to have a new adventure in some way, exploring the possibilities of what that looks like, and avoiding an absolute shit show, or helping you avoid one. Because this person's intent is authenticity, is to be very vulnerable and authentic and take accountability for their mistakes, which is only going to support some kind of progression. So I would say that this person is well intended, Gemini. So that looks good to me. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Okay, Cancer, you are up. Let's see what you need to know right now. The King of Swords. The Justice. Some of you are winning at a court battle or a court case, okay? That's not for all of you, but the King of Swords to the Justice can be like a lawyer winning a court battle, or honestly, you may be having a conversation where you're trying to find the balance between you and another person. Okay. And what you're doing is you're doing what's logical. You're doing what's right. You are leaving your emotions out of a situation to make the right decision and do what's best. And not just do like what's best for you or what's best for the person, but what is morally right. And so to me, it seems like you got, yeah, because there's some kind of battle or legal battle or some kind of drama between you and others. And it seems like you're handling it really well. It can be over a financial situation. There can be a few other masculine people involved. Maybe this is a work thing. I'm not really sure. What is that Justice card? The Hangman. You're seeing all perspectives of a situation. So what's that Five of Wands about? The Empress. So for some of you, okay, there can be people who are fighting over you or about you, or you and others are fighting over this Empress person. Okay. Now this is very specific. The Empress is usually a very strong, beautiful, feminine woman. Okay. Can still be a man. Okay. But the Empress is usually a very strong feminine energy. It's maybe somebody who's pregnant. You know, this could be something like a paternity test. This could be something like you know, people fighting over this feminine energy, you know, men wanting this Empress person or whatever the case may be. But you are handling things again very logically, and you're just trying to do the right thing. There may be certain sacrifices or compromises that you're making when it comes to these arguments or comes to these fights about this Empress, or even with this Empress, quite frankly. That's interesting. This is very specific. I'm sorry. Like, if that doesn't resonate with you, but that's what I got. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. What is this? So something in regards to work or a project or something that you've been working on isn't really panning out anymore. And you're kind of at this point where you're ready to, I don't know, take on more of a leadership position in your life. You may be doing something like writing, or you may have a lot of questions about your work specifically. What's the advice for this? The Four of Cups. Yeah, don't stay in a shitty situation just because it's what you know, and you're always thinking about the grass may be greener on the other side. But the grass is greener where you water it, quite frankly, right? And I know that's cliche, but cliches are cliches for a reason. Like they're said a million times because a lot of the times they're true. And so what are you asking Cancer to do here? The Magician. It's saying that you have the ability to create what it is that you want. Bored with the job? Okay, take the lead and start asking some questions. You know, are you sick of what you see when you look in the mirror? Maybe you've just been sitting there eating potato chips on the couch for years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, get your ass up. You know what I mean? Or or whatever it is that you want to change. Because you have the ability to do so. You have the ability to transform your reputation or what it is that you do for work, or whatever, in the way that you want. But it's going to take, if you want to get to your goals and the way that you want to get to them, it's going to take some major mindset shifts. It's going to take mindset shifts and the way that you think about yourself. So we have effort and poverty reversed. The process of putting in effort to complete a task or reach a goal in order to achieve a desired outcome. So it may not feel simple to do it, but it really is that simple. Like if you're trying to get yourself out of a shitty financial situation, put in the effort. It's saying that you have what it takes. You just got to get off the couch, or you need to start asking questions, or you need to start researching. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thanks a lot, and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're going to find out what you need to know. We have the Five of Pentacles. Some of you may be letting go of an old income stream. There may be some issues around debts or something like that as well, but let's see. You're feeling a little left out for some reason. I'm almost getting like, I don't know, imposter syndrome. You and somebody potentially having a disconnect. You feeling kind of left out a little bit. You may have felt like you needed to abandon a situation because there were too many misunderstandings, or it was like a connection that just didn't make sense. Yeah, look, Five of Cups. There can be some regrets that you're having as well. And I feel like because these two fives equate to a 10, I do think it's an ending, you know? And I hate to say that, but I feel like you may in the near future have some really difficult conversations. But there may be apologies, or you may get like really nostalgic about a specific individual in your life. Why is the Five of Cups here? The Seven of Pentacles reverse. You may feel like you wasted your time, wasted a lot of resources, a lot of energy, something to that effect. That may be where the regret is coming from. For others of you, if you feel like you're kind of on the shitty end of this, it can be that you got really impatient with someone, or you honestly didn't invest enough time or enough energy or finances or whatever into something, and now you're like, you know, kind of feeling the brunt of it. Why the Two of Cups reversed? The Queen of Pentacles. There can be a disconnect because of finances, or because somebody else is in a relationship. I can see that as well. Somebody's like not really welcoming you in their space. And I feel like I'm not gonna lie, Leo, like I know it sounds really crappy, but it genuinely feels like it's making you a bit insecure. It looks like maybe somebody doesn't really want to talk to you, or yeah, it's like somebody is kind of doing their own thing, maybe, and kind of leaving. Well, let's see. How is Leo responding or feeling about this? The Four of Pentacles. Why the Four of Wands? Why the four? You're like focused on your money or something. Why the Four of Wands reversed? The Ace of Wands. There may have been some action that you take that somebody's upset with. And it's like, it's weird because they're not like mad at you. Give me one more for how Leo's feeling or reacting to this. The Five of Swords. Yeah, somebody's not like mad at you or angry with you. This can be reversed for some of you, okay? They're not mad or angry. It's like there's some kind of action that maybe you took. What kind of action? The King of Wands, like you were feeling really confident at the time. This is Leo. You were feeling really confident. Maybe you weren't really thinking, you know, and whatever decision that you made or action that you took while you were feeling confident, it made this person like, oh yeah, no, I'm not okay with that. So, and then it seems like this person is kind of like socializing or, you know, focusing on community and things like that. But they don't seem to be very pleased. Because you definitely feel left out, and you feel like there's somebody here who's creating like a community or going out or doing their own thing, and the way that you're responding to it is like I hate to say it, right? Now please reverse this if you need to, but you're like you're holding back or acting like you don't want to take a chance or reach out or whatever, but it's just deceptive. You're holding back to try to prove a point. We have change for your advice, transformation, adaptation, shifting from one state to another. And then we have ladder. To reach a goal, one must move forward, but sometimes stepping back is also part of the journey. So some kind of massive transformation needs to take place. How? What change? Six of Swords. You need to like either resolve something or you need to move on from some kind of game that you've been playing. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with the mindset shift because the swords are mental. What goal? The Eight of Swords. You've been like stuck in some kind of repetitive pattern for a while. And it's saying like if you want to get to where you need to get to, you're going to need to take the long road, which means no shortcuts, no manipulation, no games, no none of that. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Leo. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. All right, Virgo, let's see what you need to know right now. I hope you guys are doing good today. We have the High Priestess reversed. 10 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups reversed. What's up with that High Priestess reversed? The Six of Cups. What's up with that Knight of Cups reversed? The Death card. You're kind of in a mood, to be honest with you. Something is changing or something is ending, and it may be that it feels a little bit harsh, just because you may have put this thing on a pedestal, like especially when it comes to creativity or when it comes to love in some kind of way. The good thing is that money looks pretty good. Okay, money looks pretty good, but at the same time, you may be kind of like doubting yourself a little bit when it comes to your 401k, when it comes to your long-term success, etc. And you may also be thinking like something that you wanted when you were a child or some kind of dream that you had when you were younger. You may feel like, oh, that's just a pastime. That's just a pastime. That's never going to happen. I'm never going to be able to achieve that or have that or whatever the case. Well, it's like, yeah, with that attitude, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like money looks really good or your marriage or your relationship looks really good. What's the Knight of Cups actually? Like, what is it? The Page of Wands. Yeah, like something new that you started, something new that you're starting. You feel like it's not really panning out, but it's like you have so many other things to be grateful for. And I really think that for a lot of you, it's about trusting where your intuition is trying to lead you, especially when it comes to love, friendship, bigger dreams and goals that you had when you were a child, or, you know, things that you wanted to become, or a job, or the career path, or whatever it is. The Ace of Cups reversed. The Six of Pentacles and the Emperor. You're getting a little bit of a hand up here. You have someone who's coming in and supporting you pretty strongly. Tell me about that Ace of Cups reversed. The Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like you're sacrificing one dream for another. It kind of makes me feel like when you just like dream up of something, you're like, oh God, I really wish I had this, and I really wish I could be this and do this. And it's like somebody puts it on your plate and they're like, all right, here you go. And you're like, wait, what? I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? It feels like that. And you have somebody who maybe has some level of authority, just either in general or maybe they have some kind of authority in regards to, you know, the childhood dream that you're trying to pursue that you don't trust, or, you know, maybe they're your boss, whatever it is, but you're getting a hand up or a hand out or something like that to help you achieve something. Because you may have felt a little unstable, or like you cannot take something that you've created or something that you're trying to create or something that you're trying to do and ground it into reality. Unchain yourself, baby. It's like, you know, because I asked like, well, what's the theme of this? And I have the devil. And the devil isn't always bad. The devil can be like what we're very determined to accomplish, power and all of these things. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to abuse it or anything, right? But it may be that you are given more power coming up here pretty soon. Because it's like somebody else has the power to give you that power. It's almost like when a knight, not only a knight can make another person a knight. You know what I mean? I know that sounds really corny, like in the medieval days or whatever. Your advice. We have wise, but it showed up in reverse. And then we have Wheel of Fate. Fate continuously moving in a cycle or completely breaking free from a certain loop. So yeah, I mean, this like doubting yourself, doubting your potential, etc. It's like You may think that you know everything sometimes, or you may just assume, like, well, because this is how it happened before, this is how it's going to happen again. Let it go. Let it go. Unchain yourself. You don't have to be of that mind frame anymore, because something is possible, but you have to be willing to accept that as well. That's what I have for you, Virgo. Thanks a lot and take care. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. All right, Libra. Okay, Libra. All right, Libra, you are up. Let's go ahead and see what you need to know right now. What does Libra need to know right now? Last shuffle. The Three of Cups. Okay. You got some pretty good support around you. Interesting, the Hermit. You feel like what you're searching for is not... Like, you keep looking for something outside of you, like someone to validate you or someone to understand you. And it's almost like you, because of this, and you not really feeling like people are getting you or understanding you, it's like you're kind of... You could be in a group of people and feel a little bit alone, maybe. Or like people aren't really getting you, understanding you in some way. You're going through some kind of mental change. The Magician, the Ace of Cups reversed. A lot of personal power. There's a confidence that's coming from your sense of solitude. And I think that's good because the confidence isn't coming from outside of you. So this is positive. And there's something that you're manifesting. What's Libra trying to manifest? The Fool reversed. You want to break free. You want newness. That must be what that Ace of Cups reversed is. You want newness. You may want love. You want, I don't know, a new stream of income, a new whatever. But you may be feeling drained. And you may feel like the partnerships, the collaborations that you've been invested in, you're kind of like, is this really for me anymore? It kind of feels like you're starting to change your tune about a relationship or relationships. You're also asking yourself, is the work I've done really, is it really paying off? Tell me why that Hermit's there. The Nine of Swords. A lot of this has to do with your mental health as well. I think that you're overthinking something. But through this like time alone or this thought process that you're going through, even though it's like a little difficult, you do have support around you. But it's putting you into a place of, I know what I'm capable of. You have the King of Wands. Somebody may be very attracted to you during this time. There's you. You're having a conversation with someone. And this person is trying to encourage you or uplift you in some way. They're being more like kind of childlike and fun, and you're being very logical and even a little bit detached in your conversation. The Emperor. Yeah, there's something about a lot of people being around you, or a reconciliation between you and another, or you and other people. What's the nature of all of this right here? The Four of Pentacles. Somebody may be trying to get you out of your comfort zone. There's a risk that you may be thinking about taking, but it is going to ask you to come out of your comfort zone. It's going to ask you to do something different. It's trying to get you out of some kind of stuck mode, especially a stuck perspective that you've been in. Tell me about that Three of Cups. Just curious. The Four of Swords. Yeah, it feels like there's a group or a reconciliation or somebody that you seem a little detached from, or maybe you and this person or you and these people took a break and you're just kind of like, I don't really know if I'm feeling this. But it doesn't feel like this group or these people are bad. It feels like it's more so about you and your own mentality. Okay, there can be something financially going on here as well. Let's get you some advice. Oh, okay. So we have peace and we have mixer. So the peace one says, finding peace, a state of mental and emotional balance, free from anxiety and disturbances. And then we have mixer, the coming together of differences, chaos, confusion, and complex situations. So it's interesting because we see that Three of Cups, which is kind of like a mixer. When I think of a mixer, I think of different people coming together. And then we also saw the Hermit and the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords. It's like something's going on with you mentally. And I think that you do need to take some time for yourself and not feel bad about it, or maybe there's a person that is trying to take some time for themselves. And like, that's also okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's about, in my opinion, finding the balance between finding your sense of peace within yourself and still being able to associate or hang out with other people, getting to know other people, socializing, whatever it may be. So to me, this is about finding balance. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. All right, Scorpio, let's see what you need to know right now. Show me Scorpio. The Eight of Cups reversed. Okay. You're doing some reflection on the past. You're trying to figure out if you still want something. I also like that the Wheel of Fortune is here because whatever you're thinking about in regards to the past or whatever it is that you may be revisiting, you're seeing it from a higher perspective. Well, what does that mean? That means you're not looking at it from a lens of who you used to be or maybe an immature perspective you used to take. You're looking at it from a higher perspective. So, for instance, I think of some people that have hurt me and I look back on it and I'm like, wow, they must have felt so insecure to feel like they needed to say that or to act this way or whatever, right? And even things that I've done, I have to, sometimes you have to look at it from a higher perspective, from a bird's eye perspective, and just be like, okay, I understand why I did that, and just kind of let it go. And I feel like that's what a lot of you guys are doing, which I think may help you kind of readjust your habits or help you change the way that you think about things. Eight of Swords, you're getting out of a rut. But I also think that you're not certain whether to stay with something or just move forward. What's that Eight of Swords about? The Queen of Cups. It can be emotionally and in regards to a love relationship, or there can be something that you're emotionally stuck on that you felt like you really want and you just feel like you really didn't get it. In all honesty, it really just can be that simple. Can you tell me about that Eight of Cups, please? Page of Wands reversed. Eight of Cups reversed, clarified by the Page of Wands reversed. There could have been like a false start. You're like, damn, I really wish that that would have happened, or, you know, I really wanted that, or, you know, damn, I just didn't have the confidence to XYZ. Why didn't I? You know, or whatever it is. And so it's like I think what this really is showing up in or from a place of love rather than judgment, honestly. The Seven of Wands reversed, I would be cautious of anybody who's kind of got it out for you. I think that during this time, if you are dealing with somebody who's a bit of a hater, or somebody who like wants your spot or whatever it is, I wouldn't worry about this person too much. They just seem like they're very intimidated by you. Like there can definitely be people who are intimidated by what you have going on. Okay. How is Scorpio responding, reacting, or feeling about this? The page, you're showing up with love. I'm trying to tell you, like you're showing up with love. Tell me about that Five of Cups. The Eight of Wands. Someone's going to communicate with you pretty soon about something that they regret. This can come from somebody who's at a distance. Maybe they speak a different language than you, or maybe they come from a different culture. It doesn't have to be any of that, but it's usually just some kind of quick communication coming in, and somebody seems a little bit defensive about it. And tell me about that Nine of Wands, the Two of Swords reverse. I think they're trying to fight for something. And you're showing up with love and compassion. Like you don't seem to be upset with this person. This can be someone who regrets something that they've said to you. Why the Seven of Wands? The Six of Wands, because you're getting some level of success, or this person feels like you're being very seen, you're being very noticed, and they feel intimidated by that because they feel like you're getting some kind of attention or whatever, and they're just like, you know, this makes me feel really insecure, or whatever it is, or I'm really sorry I felt so competitive with you before, I don't know why I was acting like that, or something to that effect. So let's see your advice. Rats. Insatiable tendency to hide or conceal, and theft. Okay, you got two cards, so I'm going to take it. Look, snake. Yeah, I feel like you got some haters. Some snakes, some rats, you know what I'm saying? Then we have cross. Religious belief, spirituality, surrender, prayers, the battle between good and evil. And then we have self. It is the awareness of one's own thoughts, feelings, and existence, focusing solely on thinking about and seeing oneself. So I think that it's what I said about seeing something from a higher perspective, needing to see things from a higher perspective. You probably are seeing things from a different perspective, and a better perspective, in my opinion, even when it comes to people who may show their ugly side to you, or you may, and I feel like this is going to be revealed to you. Either maybe it's about a partner, maybe it's about a client, a coworker, I don't know, but it's coming, and you're going to see it, and it's saying like you can only control yourself and how you respond and react, and try to come from a place of love, which again, I think is what you're doing. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Expect a confession from somebody pretty soon. Love ya. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. All right, Saggy, let's go ahead and see what you need to know right now. All right. Show me Sagittarius. The Five of Wands reverse. Well, I love to see it. You guys are definitely not into the drama. At least not this time around. Okay. Six of Pentacles. I'm getting kind of like a truce energy a little bit. You're helping someone and you have the money to do so, or you have the funds to be able to do so. The Ten of Cups reverse. Why is the Ten of Cups reversed? The Two of Wands. It seems like you're kind of trying to avoid some argument with someone, or there's some kind of issue happening within a family or a relational dynamic, and you're trying to offer your help. But you make it to a point where you feel like no matter how much you help, or no matter how much energy goes into this person or the situation, it's like, it doesn't really give. Like, it's like, you know, because what is the best way that I can say this? Like, let's say that your child really wants to be an actress, okay, or an actor or whatever, and you're like, okay, I'll pay for an acting coach for you. You know, I'd be happy to do that, right? And so then you end up doing that, but then when they get there, they don't really do anything. Like, they go to the acting class, maybe they go to improv class, and they don't actually participate. And it's like, okay, well, you know, you gotta help you, or I can't help, you know what I'm saying? So whether that's a family member or something else entirely. Because you may feel like the help that you're offering is just unrequited. You're like, all right, well, if you don't want it, you know, or something to that effect. It's like you're trying to be charitable. Okay, this is good. The Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. You may get invited to go somewhere pretty soon. There's some kind of celebration. How is Sagittarius feeling or reacting or responding to this? Yeah, you're invested. You're into this, whatever this is. Tell me about that Six of Swords reversed. The Justice reversed. I think that you and somebody else are trying to make something work, or you're trying to come to an agreement, or again, there's something about a truce here or something to that effect. Like, old issues are getting resolved, especially if there was an injustice done either on your end or somebody else's. There can be some kind of old court case that's coming back up as well. That can come up. But that Four of Wands and that Queen of Pentacles, this can represent like a really stable home business. So for some of you, if that's what you've been looking for, I feel like if you are trying to start an at-home business or you already have one, it looks like it's going really, really well. As far as relationships go, this can be a higher level of commitment. Okay, so maybe you're going from dating to now you guys are in a relationship. Now you're going from in a relationship to moving in together, or moving in together, getting married, or whatever order, okay, you feel is applicable to you. That can be it also. But the Queen of Pentacles is a very stable life. It's a very stable person. And so for a lot of you, that's kind of what is going on. And you're very invested in whatever this is. I definitely think you guys got the funds. From what I gather, it feels like you guys got the funds. You're doing okay. So let's see what your advice is. Community. And then time. I need one more. Oh, and then you got luck. Okay. And then repair is at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely think that you and somebody else are trying to repair something. It says to come together, collaborate, gather, and celebrate. So yeah, I think that there's a reason to celebrate. I think that, again, some of you guys are being invited somewhere, invited to go somewhere, to a wedding or elsewhere. I think that you would have a really good time. With that time card, situations that are timely or take more time. This could definitely be about a family situation, or, you know, like the example I gave about you spending money for acting classes, improv classes for your kids, and then them just needing to apply themselves. Yeah, I feel like it's going to take some time. Okay, or whatever that particular situation is. And then we have luck, the occurrence of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. You guys are coming into some kind of luck soon. What is that? The Queen of Wands. I feel like you guys are getting ready to have some kind of glow up, or you're getting ready to be an influencer or put in some kind of showstopper or leadership position. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Sag. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hey Capricorn, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what you need to know right now. Show me Capricorns and what Capricorn needs to know. Too many right now. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed. For some of you, there can be a delay in some kind of business venture that you have going on. You can be a little bit confused about your career or what you're trying to do financially or for work. It feels like there's a conversation that's getting ready to happen that may have been delayed or that you've been delaying for a while. And I feel like whatever it is financially or career-wise, you're kind of lacking direction or losing steam a little bit. The Ace of Swords reverse can represent when there is a delay in a conversation, or we don't have all of the facts about something, or we don't know something. It can also be where we're being a little bit illogical as well. And with that King of Pentacles reverse, sometimes in certain cases, it can represent you using somebody else for something, or relying too heavily on others. And shit, I don't know what's going on in your life. Maybe you need to. Maybe you had some kind of physical issue happen, and that's just what needed to happen, right? So whatever it is, but with that Knight of Wands reversed, you're kind of like, you have energy for something, but you don't know what, or you want to do something, but you don't know how to start or where to go or kind of what to do. Yeah, Death reverse, Five of Pentacles. It kind of feels like some old financial issues are coming up a little bit, or old feelings of like self-worth and self-value, like negative feelings around that can certainly come up. What's that Ace of Swords reverse? Yeah, you're not feeling very confident and like speaking your truth. I would be cautious of tying your own worth to how much you're making or what you do for a career, because I can certainly see that happening. And it's almost like you don't even really feel like the leader of your own life. It's like you kind of feel like you're by the wayside, or maybe you do feel like you're heavily relying on people. And Capricorns, if I know anything about you guys, you know, you would prefer to be independent for the most part, you know. The Seven of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. You are trying to be quite strategic with your finances. It does feel like things are a bit chaotic. Knight of Cups, but I do feel like somebody else may be coming in, somebody who loves you, somebody who cares about you and is trying to help you make some kind of decision, or trying to help you come up with some kind of financial strategy. How is Capricorn feeling, reacting, or responding to this? The Devil reverse. So I think that you're being very open about this. What is this person trying to, what's this person's intention with Capricorn? Yeah, this person's trying to help you get to a place of independence, like a better place of independence. So, you know, now if you guys are not like having insecurities about this, this may just be somebody you know. Okay, so keep that in mind. But you're going, like, this person is kind of showing you a different way to go about getting what it is that you want. So for instance, let's say that you always thought that in order to be a good person in society and to get what it is that you want in life, you have to abide by society's rules, where you have to wake up at 8 a.m. every day and have your eggs and your coffee. And by 9, you have to be at the office. And then by 5, you have to come home and you have to make dinner and wake up and do it all over again, whatever it is. It's like someone's showing you a different way to go about something, and they're giving you or offering you a better strategy on how to go about these things. Like, it's like, I don't know, they're helping you budget, or they're helping you prioritize or reprioritize or something like that. It's like, sorry. I think that somebody has some really great insights for you, and I think that you can probably expect a really positive conversation and fortuitous conversation. Let's get you some advice, because this person is helping you get out of a rut. Okay, that's way too many. We have loneliness, but reverse. So it's like saying you don't have to do all of this on your own, you know? Too many. You don't have to do all of this on your own. You don't have to solve all of this on your own. None of that. And then it says labyrinth. Situations that are often difficult to understand or solve, complex, and where finding a way out is challenging. So yeah, it may be a little bit challenging, but again, there's somebody here who's trying to help you. And then we have fortune at the bottom of the deck, which says luck, destiny, and unexpected turns, a symbol of prosperity, fate, and the unfolding of events beyond control, which to me is positive. So it's like, if you can open yourself up and not feel like you have to be so crazily independent all the time, and you just have to do everything by yourself, and kind of like maybe humble yourself a little bit, I guess, if that's the right word, or whatever, you know, let go of the ego a little bit. It's okay to ask for help once in a while, or to accept it from others, because I think that that's when you're going to find the best luck. It's like a little bit of a lesson for you guys for some reason. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hello, Aquarius. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what you need to know right now. All right. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay, temperance. I mean, you guys are like coasting is the word that I'm getting. You're minding your P's and Q's. You're living a very balanced life. There's a connection, like either a specific connection or connections around you with people that deeply understand you. And if it's not necessarily about others, although I feel like there is some truth to that, it's also about you understanding you and knowing what your life path is. Something is growing in regards to what you're striving for. You're very grounded, but at the same time, you're optimistic enough to allow things to happen. You do have the 10 of Swords here. What is that about? The Page of Swords reverse. So there's something about an old mentality that was changing. So if you used to have, or you do have, a very negative mind frame, you are always assuming that something is not going to work out in your favor. You're always assuming something is going to go wrong, whatever it is, or you feel like I always have to know what's going to happen, right? Like maybe you obsessively watch tarot, read your own tarot cards. It's like you're at this point where you're like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And there's this level of patience and understanding that you have for yourself and what you have going on that I think really matters, because you're understanding your higher purpose and you're realizing the little minute details that aren't even necessarily details, because they're not necessarily true, or they may not be. And so you're like, well, let me just focus on the bigger picture of things. Yeah, because you may have gotten to this point where you were just always frustrated or always comparing yourself or always just felt like the grass is going to be greener on the other side, or I don't have what everybody else has. And now you're just like, yeah, I'm done with that. You know, it seems very healthy. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. What is that? Too many. The King of Swords reversed. Five of Swords. Somebody's playing in your face. Could be a family member. Could be somebody on social media. Somebody's trying to play in your face. Like, this person is trying to get you to miss some kind of opportunity. And they're trying to, like, it feels like they're trying to abuse their power to get you to miss this opportunity. Because I feel like they're a hater. Like, this person is willing to go to ridiculous lengths to try to bring you down. And I know that sounds shitty, but with that King of Cups reverse, it's like, I think this person is willing to say anything in order to excuse their own shortcomings or in order to get what they want. How is Aquarius responding or reacting to this? Give me one more. You're definitely disconnecting. You're disconnecting from this person pretty hardcore. You're like, okay, awkward. And you're abandoning the situation. You are kind of saying, like, this is not how I would handle this situation. This is not how I would ever go about this. I would never do this to somebody. This is done. Or I'm disconnecting from you, or I don't want to talk to you anymore. I know that sounds really crappy, but like, I can't make up a story. Give me one more. What's ending with that Ten of Swords? It can be a connection in your life. It doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a friendship. Okay, but and like the thing is that you're kind of at peace with it. And I hate to say that, but you're just kind of at peace with it. Because it may be that this person is like assuming that you're betraying them, or this person is assuming the worst about you, or this person is taking a very immature route in how they're communicating with you. And you're kind of like, oh, okay. So whose missed opportunity is it really? So let's get you a couple advice messages. Choices. Becoming aware of different options or making a choice between paths. Then we have harvest. Reaping results, gathering rewards, collecting what has been sown, whether efforts, emotions, or consequences. And then we also have unreachable. Things that are difficult to obtain or reach and may need to be given up. So yeah, I mean, I definitely, like I said, I definitely think that something is ending, you know, as harsh as that may sound, but you're kind of at that point now. And so something's got to give. If there's like a relationship in your life or a friendship, whatever it is, that hasn't been really working, or you haven't been gaining a harvest from it, it's like, it's time to make a choice, you know? And I think you need to pick the higher path. The Temperance card is somebody who's not going to be like the Five of Swords. Okay, the Five of Swords is, I'm going to play games. I'm going to fuck with your head. The Temperance is like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to do the right thing. I mean, look, there's a fucking angel on it, right? Is an angel going to do that? Hopefully not, right? So it's just like you're coming to terms with something and you're having to make a choice, basically. But I feel like you are, to an extent, you're at a place of contentment. You're at peace about it. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thanks a lot, and please take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. All right, Pisces, you are up. Let's see what you need to know right now. Three of Wands reversed. Okay. You're needing to kind of go back to the drawing board here pretty soon with something. You made a plan. It seems like that plan isn't really making headway or bringing the results that you want. So you're needing to go back to the drawing board and reconfigure a plan. Specifically, maybe around your work, your health routine. This can be with how you make money, something that you're trying to master. The Eight of Pentacles, okay? This is where we're trying to master something. This is where we're weeding out the distractions and we're really going ham with what it is that we're trying to create, work on, etc. Because you're like, oh God, I don't think I want this, or you're getting bored, or you feel like, because I think that there's a different way that you're needing to go about whatever this is that you're creating. The Three of Swords. Tell me about that Three of Swords. The Star. What's the guidance for that? The Four of Cups. You think that one way is the only way. That's what you're going to think. That's what you're going to think. It's not, though. So basically what you're doing in your mind, which isn't the truth, okay? It's only your truth in the moment because that's how far you're allowing yourself to see something. So you think that there's only one way to go about something, one way to work on something, one career path, one relationship, whatever it may be. And you're breaking your own heart because that's the way that you're thinking about something, because you had put so much hope into this dream or whatever this is. But the reality is, because this is the guidance, the Four of Cups, you are focused on the one cup that is not working out, right? Or whatever, right? The choice, the method, the job, whatever, right? That's all you can focus on. It has to look like this. It has to be. No, it doesn't. There's three other cups there. One you have right in your lap. It's right there. Hello? You know, it's right there. And you have more options available to you than you even realize. And you have no idea what that one cup can turn into in the long run. So, let's see. Yeah, Three of Pentacles reverse. I would be cautious of any, like, okay, I heard work gossip. I'm not sure about that. There's somebody that you're trying to work with or collaborate with something on, but you feel like this person is not really teaching you anything, or you're not learning anything from them. They're not learning anything from you, or you guys just are not in an agreement with a specific goal and where it's supposed to head, where it's supposed to go. How is Pisces responding, reacting, or feeling about this? The King of Cups. Okay. So, I mean, you're showing up with love, you know? You're being very mature about this disagreement that you and somebody else are having. And what is that? Hold on. What's that Death reversed? The Ten of Pentacles. You're not letting go of a long-term goal, and neither is another person. And the thing is that you guys just may have two very different perspectives on what life could look like. You know, let's be really cliche. Let's say that you've been working on a relationship for 10 years. Okay, great. Now let's say that, you know, your partner wants to move to Scotland, but you want to move to Florida. Okay. Two very different places. Can there be a middle ground? Maybe it doesn't have to look exactly like one way or the other. Is there a middle ground? Is there a middle space there? And I think that you're finding it with that King of Cups there. You're finding another way. You're acting as like a container for this person to express themselves. You're showing up with love, you know. I think you're a little, you know, fucking tired, but you're all right. Advice for Pisces. Too many. Surprise. An event that occurs suddenly and unexpectedly. Then we have snake. Cold-blooded, self-interested, threatening individuals and influences. And then we have conflict. What's the surprise? The Nine of Cups reversed. Oh my. You may find, if I'm going to be honest, you may find that somebody is acting with selfish interests. Okay. Now it could be you. You could surprise yourself and end up being incredibly vicious to somebody, or you could end up being incredibly vicious and then nobody gets what they want. Okay. So that can definitely be you, and a big conflict erupts. But it can be, again, that something is not really working or going as planned, especially when it comes to work or workout routines or your job or something you're attempting to master. It's like, eesh. And to be honest with you, it could feel like somebody else is kind of sabotaging it. So what are you asking Pisces to do here? The Knight of Swords reversed and the Judgment reversed. So it's saying like you're needing to make a judgment call, okay? And you're needing to not do it from a place of judgment, or you're not needing to do it from a place of like being emotionally triggered. And maybe asking you as well, for a very few of you, to take accountability for something not going the way that it was supposed to. Okay, now this may be reversed for some of you. Nothing I can do about that. I'm sorry. But this is really about being very honest with yourself and with someone else, maybe about a certain situation. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now.